Welcome back to the channel where we uncover hidden treasures, one coin at a time. If you've ever come across an old, grimy Lincoln penny and thought it was worthless, think again. Because today, we're counting down the top 10 most valuable rare USA Lincoln 1-cent pennies that might look dirty, old, or worn, but are secretly worth thousands or even millions of dollars. Yes, some of these humble-looking coins could make you a millionaire. So grab your change jar, dig out that old drawer, and pay close attention, because these pennies are worth far more than 1 cent. Let's dive into the countdown. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might be sitting quietly in your change jar, the 1960 Lincoln 1-cent penny. On the surface, it's just another old penny. But what if I told you one version of this coin sold for an incredible $41,990 at auction? Yes, you heard that right. A single Lincoln penny with a tiny D mint mark under the date, from the year 1960, crossed the $40,000 mark. In today's episode, we're going to cover its history, rare varieties, errors, grading factors, and how you could possibly have one worth thousands. So grab your magnifying glass and let's explore the secrets behind the 1960 Lincoln penny that collectors dream of. Let's rewind to the year 1960. Dwight D. Eisenhower was in the White House, John F. Kennedy was about to run for president, and the U.S. Mint was striking billions of Lincoln cents. The coin featured the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor D. Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. In 1960, the Denver Mint, indicated by the D mint mark under the date, struck an astonishing 1,580,884,000 pennies. Yes, that's over 1.5 billion coins. So why is this penny valuable if there are so many of them? Well, this particular year has something that collectors go crazy for, a famous variety known as the small date and large date varieties, along with rare errors and extremely high-grade specimens. Small date versus large date. What's the difference? 1960 was a transitional year in U.S. Mint history. That year, both small date and large date versions of the 1960 D penny were struck. And here's where it gets interesting. The small date variety has thinner and taller numbers in the date, especially the 0. The 6 in the small date has a slight inward curve and a higher appearance than the large date. The large date version has a wider 0 and more rounded number shapes. For many years, collectors overlooked this detail. But as more numismatists began paying attention, it became clear some of these small date 1960 D pennies, especially in mint state red condition, are extremely rare and valuable. Why one coin sold for $41,990. One of the most famous sales involving a 1960 D Lincoln penny occurred when a small date variety in pristine mint state 67 plus red condition sold at auction for a mind-blowing $41,990. Why did it sell for so much? Grade. It was graded MS 67 plus red by PCGS, nearly a perfect coin with blazing red luster and no visible flaws. Rarity. At this grade, it's almost unique. Very few 1960 D small date pennies exist in this condition. Demand. Advanced collectors compete fiercely for top pop coins, meaning the highest graded example known. Historical value. This was a year of transition, making high-quality specimens even more desirable. Mint errors that add even more value in addition to the small date versus large date varieties. Some 1960 D Lincoln cents have mint errors that significantly increase their value. Here are some to look for. Repunched mint mark RPM. Some coins show a double D mint mark where it was punched more than once. These can sell for $50 to $500 depending on condition. Double die obverse DDO, a doubling of the design, especially in the date or lettering. Values range from $100 to $1,000 or more. Off-center strikes. If the coin is misaligned during striking, leaving part of the design off the planchet, it can be worth $100 to over $1,000. Die cracks, cuds, or BIE errors. These flaws in the die can create raised lines, blobs, or extra letters between B and E in Liberty. Minor examples can fetch $10 to $50. Extreme cases can bring hundreds. How to identify a valuable 1960D penny. Here's how to check if your 1960D penny might be valuable. Look at the date. Is it a small date or large date? Focus on the shape of the numbers. Check the mint mark. Is it repunched? Does it look doubled? Examine the color. The most valuable coins are red RD, meaning they have not darkened or toned. Use bright lighting to spot that bright copper shine. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifier to look for doubling, cracks, or misstrikes. Determine the condition. If it has no scratches, wear, or dings, and it's from a sealed roll or coin set, it may be mint state. Get it graded. If it looks perfect, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Chapter 6. Current Market Value Breakdown. So what's the current market value of the 1960D penny today? Let's break it down. Circulated common 1960D, large date, 1 to 3 cents. Uncirculated large date MS60 MS63 red, $3 to $10. Small date MS64 MS65 red, $25 to $1.50. Small date MS66 red, $300 to $1.000 plus. Small date MS67 red, $2,000 to $5.000 plus. Top pop small date MS67 plus red, up to $41.990. Mint errors or varieties like RPM or DDO can increase any of these values dramatically. Why this coin still matters today. The 1960D penny represents a key moment in American coinage. It teaches us that tiny differences, the size of a number, a slightly misaligned mint mark, a near flawless surface, can make the difference between a coin that's worth 1 cent and one that's worth nearly $42,000. It also reminds us that valuable coins aren't just centuries old. Sometimes they're from your grandparents' pocket change, or hiding in a coffee can in the garage. So there you have it. The 1960D Lincoln penny is a small copper coin with a big story. Whether it's a rare small date, a brilliant mint state red, or an unusual era coin, this penny can be worth way more than you think, even as much as $41,990 in today's market. So the next time you're sorting your change, take a closer look at those 1960 pennies, especially the ones with a D mint mark. Because one of them might just be your ticket to an unbelievable payday. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more rare coin stories. Turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to learn about the next big coin find. And remember, check your change, because hidden treasure is just a penny away. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Welcome back to the channel where pocket change turns into treasure. Today's episode features one of the most underrated but highly sought-after pennies in American coinage history, the 1975 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. That's right. One of these small copper coins that you might have in a jar at home, or even sitting in your wallet right now, could be worth up to $31,009 today. So stick with us as we explore the fascinating history, collectible details, era varieties, and market prices of this incredible 1-cent coin. Let's get started. The history of the 1975 penny. The 1975 Lincoln penny was struck during a time of inflation, energy crisis, and economic uncertainty in the United States. But for coin collectors, 1975 marked another year in the long legacy of the Lincoln cent series, which began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features the iconic profile of Lincoln facing right, with the motto, "In God We Trust." Above, Liberty on the left, and the date, 1975, on the right. Now here's something important. No mint mark below the date means the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike the Denver or San Francisco mints, which place a D or S mint mark under the date, coins from Philadelphia at that time had no mint mark at all. The Philadelphia Mint produced 5,451,476,142 pennies in 1975. That's more than 5.4 billion coins. So how can any of these possibly be valuable? Well, let's break it down. Why a 1975 no mint mark penny can be worth $31,009. It's true. Most 1975 pennies you find in circulation are only worth 1 cent. Maybe a little more if they're in great condition, say 1 to 5 cents. But then, there are rare examples, high-grade specimens in mint state red condition, or coins with rare mint errors, that collectors will pay thousands of dollars for. The most valuable 1975 penny sold to date was graded MS67 Plus red by PCGS, and it sold for an unbelievable $31,009 in a heritage auction. So what made it so valuable? Top grade. It was nearly perfect, with no scratches, wear, or handling marks. Red color. Copper pennies can darken or tone over time. This one had brilliant full red luster, exactly how it looked the day it was minted. Rarity at high grade. Out of more than 5 billion 1975 pennies, very few survive in this kind of flawless condition. Certification. It was certified and encapsulated by PCGS, one of the most trusted coin grading companies in the world. So even though the coin is common overall, that specific combination of grade, color, and rarity made it incredibly valuable. Coin grading and why it matters. Coin grading is one of the biggest factors in determining value. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, from 1 to 70. A coin graded 60 or higher is considered uncirculated mint state. Most pennies found in pocket change are around grade 5 to 20. But coins graded MS65, MS66, or higher are extremely rare and can command thousands. For a 1975 no mint mark penny to be worth over $10,000, it needs to grade at MS67 red or better. Only a handful have ever reached this level. Error varieties and valuable oddities. Besides top grade examples, certain error coins from 1975 are also worth a lot of money. Keep an eye out for these valuable varieties. Off-center strike. These coins are struck partially off the coin's surface. The more off-center, the more valuable, especially if the date is still visible. These can sell for $100 to $500 or more. Doubled die obverse, DDO. Look for doubling in the lettering or the date. While no major DDO is officially recognized for 1975, some minor varieties exist and can sell for $50 to $200. Die cracks and cuds, caused by worn dies during the minting process. These raised lines or blobs of metal can increase a coin's value significantly. Struck on wrong planchet. If a penny was accidentally struck on a foreign coin blank or a dime planchet, its value could shoot into the thousands of dollars. So yes, a simple 1975 penny without a mint mark can turn into serious cash if you find the right variety or condition. How to spot a $31,009 penny in your pocket. So what should you look for when searching your change, old jars, or inherited collections? Here's a simple checklist. Date must be 1975, with no mint mark under the year. Color should be full red, not brown or toned, for maximum value. Condition must be flawless, no scratches, dings, or wear. Preferably uncirculated. Errors or double designs. Always check closely with a magnifying glass. Get it graded. If it looks perfect, send it to PCGS or NGC for certification. Many people throw away valuable coins because they don't know what they're looking at. Don't be one of them. Current market value of the 1975 no mint mark penny. Let's break down what these coins are worth depending on their condition. Circulated, brown, 1 to 3 cents. Uncirculated, MS60, MS63 red, $5 to $1.25. MS64 to MS65 red, $50 to $1.50. MS66 red, $300 to $800. MS67 red, $2,000 to $10,000. MS67 plus red, $15,000 to $31,009 or more. These values are based on recent sales, certified population reports, and current demand from collectors. And remember, coin prices can increase over time as demand grows and high-grade examples become harder to find. Real-life stories of lucky finds. There are real people out there who found rare pennies in the most unexpected places. One collector reportedly found a mint state red 1975 penny in a roll of coins from the bank. After grading, it sold for over $8,000. Another story involves a family who inherited a coin jar from a late relative, and inside it was a pristine 1975 no mint mark penny that later auctioned for thousands. Rare and valuable coins are out there. You just have to know what to look for. The 1975 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny may seem like just another ordinary coin, but it holds the potential to be a collector's dream. Whether it's due to pristine condition, rare errors, or a high-grade red finish, this penny has proven it can be worth up to $31,009 in today's market. So before you toss your spare change into a machine or let it gather dust in a drawer, take a second look. That 1 cent could be your one chance at an incredible payday. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, give it a big thumbs up, share it with fellow coin enthusiasts, and don't forget to subscribe for more hidden coin treasures. Hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest episodes on valuable coins you might already own. Until next time. Welcome back to the channel, where we unlock the secrets hidden inside your pocket change. Today's episode is all about a 1977 Lincoln penny, yes, a 1 cent coin, that has sold for an unbelievable $27,499 at auction. That's more than a brand new car. And all for a coin that most people would overlook. So how did this simple penny from 1977 end up worth thousands of dollars? Get ready, because we're diving deep into the history, hidden varieties, grading details, and current market value of this incredible coin. Stick with me till the end, because I'll show you exactly how to tell if you have one of these rare gems in your own collection or coin jar. Let's rewind the clock to 1977. Jimmy Carter had just taken office as president. Star Wars hit movie theaters for the first time. And the Denver Mint was busy striking over 4.2 billion Lincoln cents that year, precisely 4,194,062,300 pennies to be exact. The obverse of the coin, like every Lincoln penny since 1909, features the profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, we see the iconic Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This reverse design was used from 1959 to 2008. The 1977 D penny features a small D mint mark below the date, indicating that it was minted in Denver, Colorado. With so many minted, it's easy to assume that this is just another common coin. But here's the truth: even with billions minted, only a few extremely high-quality examples survive in pristine condition, and those few are now worth tens of thousands. What makes the 1977 D penny valuable? Now, the majority of 1977 D Lincoln pennies are only worth face value. You'll find them in pocket change, penny rolls, or old piggy banks. Even in good circulated condition, they typically sell for 1 to 3 cents. But the value changes drastically based on a few key factors: mint state condition, red color grade, high professional grading, MS 67 or higher, unique mint errors. Let's break each of these down. First, mint state coins are those that have never entered circulation. These are the coins with no wear, no scratches, and still shine like the day they were made. Only a tiny fraction of coins survive in true mint state after more than 4 decades. Next, we talk about color designation. Lincoln cents are made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. Over time, copper darkens and changes color. Professional coin graders classify coins into 3 color categories: RD, red, full red luster from minting. Most valuable. RB, red-brown, partial mint red with some brown. BN, brown, fully aged with dark brown surfaces. A red mint state 67 or higher 1977 D penny is extremely rare. And that's where the big value is found. The $27,499 auction sale. So how did a coin worth 1 cent end up selling for $27 for 99? That happened at a major coin auction, where a collector purchased a 1977 D Lincoln cent graded MS 67 Plus read by PCGS, the professional coin grading service. PCGS is one of the top coin grading authorities in the world, and a plus sign after the grade means the coin is at the very top of its level. Here's what made this particular coin so valuable: perfect strike. All details were razor sharp. No visible marks or scratches, even under magnification. Bright original red color, just like the day it left the Denver Mint. Population rarity. Only a handful of MS 67 Plus red examples exist. The bidding war for this coin drove the final hammer price to $27,499. An absolutely jaw-dropping result for a 1-cent coin. Rare errors and die varieties in the 1977 penny. Aside from high-grade examples, error coins from 1977 can also bring major value. Here are some of the most sought-after varieties and mistakes to watch for. Double die verse, DDO, look for doubling in the word. Liberty, the motto. In God we trust, or the date. 1977. Strong examples can bring $100 to $500 plus depending on condition. Off-center strikes. Coins where the design is struck off-center due to misalignment can fetch anywhere from $50 to $300 or more. The more off-center, the more valuable. Die cracks and cuds, raised lines or blobs of metal caused by broken dies. Values range from $10 to $100 depending on size and visibility. Repunched mint mark, RPM. Some 1977 pennies may show signs of the D mint mark being punched twice. If clear, this error can be worth up to $250. Always examine your coin under 5x or 10x magnification and compare to online error coin guides. How to tell if you have a valuable 1977 penny? Want to know if the 1977 penny you found in your change is worth a fortune? Follow these steps. Check the date and mint mark. Make sure it says 1977 with a clear D below it. Inspect the coin's condition. Are there scratches, dings, or wear? If not, you might have a mint state coin. Check the color. Is it bright red or brown? Red coins are worth the most. Look for errors. Use a magnifier to check for doubling, cracks, or off-center designs. Consider grading it. If your coin is in great condition and has no wear, it may be worth sending to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Grading fees can be as low as $20, but can pay off big time. Current market value for 1977 pennies. Here's a breakdown of what you can expect in today's coin market. Circulated coins, G to VF, 1 to 3 cents. Uncirculated MS60, MS63 RD, $5 to $1.25. MS64, MS66 RD, $30 to $2.50. MS67 RD, $800 to $2, 500. MS67 plus RD, $10,000 to $27,499. Extremely rare, error coins, depending on type and severity, can range from $50 to several $100s. Most people toss pennies into a jar and forget about them. But every once in a while, someone finds a hidden treasure, like a perfect 1977 Lincoln penny worth $27 for 99. It's not about luck. It's about awareness, education, and taking the time to check what you already have. You could be one coin away from a small fortune. So next time you get change from a store, don't ignore that copper cent. Check the date. Look for that D mint mark. Examine the surface. You just might be holding a $1,000 coin, or even a $27,000 one. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it with fellow collectors, and be sure to subscribe for more rare coin facts and discoveries. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a chance to learn about the next $1 million penny. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy coin hunting! Welcome back to the channel where we explore the world of rare coins hiding in plain sight. Today's episode features a seemingly ordinary coin that could be worth thousands. We're talking about the 1980 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. While most people think of pennies as spare change, this specific coin has shocked the numismatic world by fetching a jaw-dropping $22,093 in the current collector market. That's right, a single 1-cent coin, struck over 40 years ago, recently sold for more than the price of a new car. So how did this happen? Why is the 1980 no mint mark penny worth so much money? And could you have one hiding in your house? Get ready for the full story, the history, the types, the hidden value, and the auction secrets behind this amazing coin. The origins of the 1980 no mint mark penny. Let's go back to 1980. Jimmy Carter was president. The Rubik's Cube was just hitting shelves. And at the United States Mint in Philadelphia, billions of Lincoln pennies were being produced. Now here's the important part. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint traditionally do not carry a mint mark. So if you find a 1980 penny with no letter under the date, that means it was struck in Philadelphia. The 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny was part of a massive production run. Over 7.4 billion pennies were made in Philadelphia that year alone. Most of them were used in everyday transactions and are worth face value today, just 1 cent, but once in a while, something rare and extraordinary slips through. And those are the coins we're here to talk about. Chapter 2: What makes the 1980 no mint mark penny valuable? While billions were minted, only a tiny fraction have survived in pristine condition, and that's the key. The most valuable 1980 no mint mark pennies share 3 powerful traits: brilliant red color, fresh from the mint. Copper pennies have a bright red-orange shine. Over time, they darken. But the most valuable coins maintain their fiery red color. High-grade mint state coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, from 1 to 70. Only coins that are mint state 67 or higher command the big bucks. Flawless surfaces, no scratches, bag marks, or wear. These coins look as perfect as the moment they were struck. The highest recorded sale of a 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny happened because of these 3 features. The coin was graded MS67 red by PCGS, a top-tier coin grading service. Its surfaces were spotless. The luster was intense. And the color was stunning. That's what helped it achieve a record sale of $22,093 at auction. Hidden error coins that are worth big money. Now let's talk about something even more exciting: errors. While the MS67 red condition coin earned the most money due to perfection, some 1980 no mint mark pennies are valuable because they were struck with mistakes at the mint. Here are some of the most profitable types of errors to watch out for. Double die obverse, DDO. Look closely at the date, Liberty, and I in God we trust. If the letters or numbers appear doubled, it could be a double die penny. These can sell for $50 to $500 depending on the strength of the doubling. Off-center strikes. If the design is off-center, you've got a mint error. The value increases with the percentage of the off-center strike. A 50% off-center 1980 penny can bring $100 to $300. Die cracks and cuds. Raised lines or blobs caused by broken dies can make coins unique and collectible. Some collectors will pay $20 to $100 for dramatic die cracks. Repunch date, RPD. In some rare cases, the numbers in the date were punched twice. These repunch date coins are worth $25 to $100 if clearly visible. Always check your coins with a magnifier. Even the smallest detail can make a massive difference. How to tell if your 1980 no mint mark penny is worth thousands? So you're wondering, how do I know if my 1980 penny is worth money? Here's a step-by-step guide. Look for no mint mark. Only the Philadelphia coin has no mint mark under the date. This is the one we're focusing on. Examine the color. Red coins are worth the most. If it looks coppery red and shiny, that's a great sign. Check the condition. Is it scratched? Worn? If not, you might have a mint state coin. Search for errors. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to check for doubling, off-center strikes, or die cracks. Get it graded. If your coin appears perfect, it's worth sending to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. They'll give you an official grade, which makes it easier to sell at auctions. The current market value breakdown. Here's a breakdown of how much your 1980 no mint mark penny could be worth right now. Circulated coins: 1 to 3 cents mint state MS60 MS63 red, $5 to $20 MS64 to MS66 red, $30 to $150 MS67 red, $1,000 to $3,000 top grade MS67 plus red, up to $22,093. Error coins have separate price ranges. Double die errors: $50 to $500 off-center strikes, $100 to $300 die cracks or cuds, $20 to $100 repunch date, $25 to $100. Coin prices depend heavily on demand and auction results. As of now, the top market value recorded for a 1980 no mint mark penny is $22,093. But who knows? With rising collector interest, the next one might sell for even more. Why these coins matter: the 1980 no mint mark penny is more than just a collectible. It's a piece of American history. It reminds us that something as simple and overlooked as a penny can have extraordinary value. You don't need a coin that's 100 years old or made of gold. Sometimes, it's about preservation, rarity, and a bit of luck. It also reminds us to pay attention to the little things. That shiny copper coin at the bottom of your drawer? It could be your ticket to thousands. So the next time you find change in your car, your wallet, or your kitchen drawer, don't toss those pennies aside. Pull out the magnifying glass, check the date, look for that missing mint mark, and examine the coin's condition. Because hidden in that pile could be a 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth over $22,000. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins that could be hiding in your home, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. We have more incredible stories coming up, including coins that sold for millions, rare errors you should be looking for, and the secrets the US Mint never told you. Until next time, happy hunting. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover hidden treasure in your pocket change. Today's video might make you run straight to your coin jar, because we're talking about the legendary 1982 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that has stunned collectors and investors alike by reaching a mind-blowing $43,010 at auction. Yes, you heard that right. A simple 1-cent penny from 1982, without a mint mark, has sold for over $43,000. But what makes this coin so special? Why is it different from the other billions of pennies minted that same year? Let's dive deep into the history, details, and current value of the 1982 no mint mark penny, and why it could be one of the most valuable coins in your possession. Let's start with the basics. The year 1982 was a turning point in U.S. coinage history. Before this year, Lincoln cents were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. But due to the rising cost of copper, the U.S. Mint made a major decision. Starting mid-1982, they began striking pennies made of zinc coated with copper, dramatically reducing the copper content. This means that 1982 is the only year in U.S. Mint history where both copper and zinc pennies were produced in large quantities. That change led to 7 different varieties of Lincoln cents being released in 1982. And each one has its own unique characteristics. Let's list them quickly so you understand how rare the no mint mark varieties can be. 1982 large date copper, 1982 small date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date zinc, 1982D large date copper, 1982D large date zinc, 1982D small date zinc. No known copper examples, until one was discovered. But what about the 1982 no mint mark pennies? Well, those were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use a mint mark on Lincoln cents at the time. And here's where it gets interesting. The 1982 no mint mark small date zinc penny, out of all the 1982 pennies, the 1982 no mint mark small date zinc penny is the one that shocked the numismatic world. In 2017, a collector discovered a pristine example of this coin and had it professionally graded by PCGS. The coin received an almost perfect mint state 68 grade, and because of its rarity, superb condition, and sharp strike, it went to auction and sold for $18,800. Then, another example in even better condition surfaced and was eventually sold for a jaw-dropping $43,010. That price stunned the collecting community and immediately put the 1982 no mint mark penny on every treasure hunter's radar. But what makes this specific variety so special? Let's break it down. What to look for: small date versus large date. To understand the value, you need to know how to identify a small date penny versus a large date. Here are a few tips. On small date pennies, the number 2 in 1982 has a sharp curve and the number 8 appears taller and thinner. The word Liberty and the date are more evenly spaced and slightly higher on small date coins. Large date coins, in contrast, have thicker and bolder numbers, and the 8 looks more rounded and squat. Now, identifying the date style is only part of the puzzle. The next step is figuring out whether your penny is copper or zinc. The easiest way to tell if your 1982 penny is copper or zinc is by weighing it. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. If you suspect you have a 1982 no mint mark penny, get a digital scale and weigh it. If it's a small date zinc version, you could be looking at a coin worth thousands. Here's why. The 1982 small date zinc penny with no mint mark is far scarcer than its counterparts. Combine that with high-grade condition, and you've got a true numismatic gem. Coin values can rise or fall dramatically based on the coin's condition. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, from 1 to 70, where 60, 63 is standard mint state, 64, 66 is considered choice or gem mint state, 67 and above is nearly perfect. The $43,010 1982 no mint mark penny was graded MS68 by PCGS, one of the most respected coin grading companies in the world. That level of preservation, color, strike, and surface quality is extremely rare, even more so for a zinc coin, which tends to corrode and discolor more quickly than copper. Aside from the small date zinc no mint mark penny, there are other 1982 varieties that also carry impressive values. 1982D small date zinc in MS68 sells for over $5,0001982 large date copper in MS67 plus red sells for $500, $1,0001982D large date copper in MS67 red, up to $2,000, and if someone ever discovers a 1982D small date copper, that could be worth tens of thousands or even millions, because none are officially known to exist, so it pays to check every 1982 penny you come across. Because what looks like a regular coin could turn out to be a life-changing discovery. How to check your change and get coins graded. If you've found a 1982 penny with no mint mark, here's what to do. Look closely at the date. Is it small date or large date? Weigh the coin. Is it 2.5 grams zinc or 3.11 grams copper? Inspect the color. Is it bright red, red-brown, or brown? Red is best. If it's in excellent condition, no scratches, spots, or wear, send it in for grading. Top grading services like PCGS and NGC can authenticate your coin and assign a grade. A certified high-grade coin can multiply in value instantly, especially if it falls into that MS67 or MS68 range. So what are the values looking like right now for the 1982 no mint mark penny? Circulated small date zinc pennies, 1 to 25 cents. Uncirculated MS60, MS63, $5 to $20. MS64, MS66, $50 to $500. MS67, $2,000 to $5,000. MS68, $15,000 to $43,010 depending on appeal, strike, and auction demand. And remember, coin values rise over time. The $43,010 penny may not be the ceiling. With growing collector interest and shrinking availability of high-grade coins, the next sale could break that record again. The 1982 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of why coin collecting is so exciting. It combines history, rarity, and the thrill of discovery. If you've got a 1982 penny in your possession, don't ignore it. Weigh it. Examine it. You might be one of the lucky few holding a coin worth more than $40,000. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin stories. Comment below if you've found a 1982 penny you think could be valuable. We'd love to hear your story. And remember, always check your change, because even a single penny could change your life. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting and happy collecting. Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the incredible story of a 1984 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny that sold for an astonishing $45,778. That's right, a coin that most people overlook every day turned out to be a jackpot for one lucky collector. So how does a 1-cent coin, minted in the millions, become worth tens of thousands of dollars? The answer lies in its history, condition, minting errors, and scarcity at high grades. So sit back and stay tuned, because this video will tell you everything you need to know about the 1984 Lincoln penny with no mint mark that could change your life. The history of the 1984 no-mint mark penny. Let's go back to the year 1984. Ronald Reagan was president. The Los Angeles Olympics took the world by storm. And in Philadelphia, the U.S. Mint was hard at work producing over 8.1 billion Lincoln pennies. Yes, that's 8,151,079,000 pennies in a single year, and all of them had no mint mark. The absence of a mint mark tells us this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which, at the time, typically did not place a mint mark on 1-cent coins. So, if you see a 1984 penny with no mint mark, that's perfectly normal. It just means it came from Philadelphia. Now you might be asking, if there were over 8 billion made, how can this coin be rare? Well, the answer isn't just in the quantity, it's in the quality and specific features of a few select coins. What makes the 1984 no-mint mark penny so valuable? Let's be clear, most 1984 no-mint mark pennies are only worth 1 cent. Even in average circulated condition, they don't sell for more than a few pennies. But some versions of this coin are worth hundreds, thousands, and yes, even $45, $7.78. So what separates a normal coin from a treasure? There are 3 major factors: mint errors, high-grade mint state, MS68 or higher, doubled die variety, especially the DDO, doubled die obverse. Let's break each of these down. Point 1 of the most famous varieties from 1984 is the doubled die obverse, often called the doubled ear penny. In this variety, Abraham Lincoln's earlobe shows clear doubling due to a misalignment during the hubbing process at the mint. If you have a coin where Lincoln's earlobe looks like there's a second ear just below it, you might be holding one of the most desirable varieties of the 1980s. Collectors are crazy about this error because it's highly visible even to the naked eye, and it affects the key part of Lincoln's portrait: his face. Depending on the condition, a 1984 doubled ear penny can be worth $75 to $250 in circulated grades, $500 to $1,500 in MS63 to MS65, $500 to $10,000 in MS67, red up to $45,778 in perfect MS68 red condition. That's right. One known example of this coin in mint state 68 red, certified by PCGS, sold at auction for a whopping $45,778. To reach a value like that, your coin needs to be more than just rare, it has to be nearly perfect. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, from 1 to 70. Anything graded mint state, MS 60 or above, is considered uncirculated. But only the rarest coins reach MS 67 or MS 68, and that's where the real money is. Another key factor is color. Copper coins are graded as red RD, full mint red color, like the day it was made, red brown RB, mix of red and brown tones, brown BN, fully brown from oxidation and wear. Collectors pay the most for red coins, especially those graded MS 66, MS 67, or higher. An MS 68 red 1984 doubled ear penny is extremely rare, maybe just a handful known, which is why one sold for $45, $778. Even if you don't have the famous doubled ear variety, there are still valuable 1984 no mint mark pennies out there. Keep an eye out for these mint errors, off-center strikes, worth $20 to $300 depending on how far off the design is, die cracks or cuds, raised lines or blobs on the coin from a damaged die, clipped planchets, when part of the coin is missing in a crescent shape, struck through errors, when foreign material is struck into the coin. Some of these errors are one of a kind, and collectors are willing to pay big for them. How to spot the 1984 doubled ear penny? You don't need fancy tools to find the famous 1984 error, just a good eye and maybe a magnifying glass. Here's what to look for. Check Lincoln's ear closely. If it looks like there's a second earlobe just below the main one, like a ghost ear, that's the doubled die. It should be sharp and well defined, not just a shadow or reflection. Make sure the coin has no mint mark and is dated 1984. If you find one, keep it safe and get it graded. It could change your life. Market value breakdown. Let's talk numbers. Here's a quick breakdown of the current market values for 1984 no mint mark Lincoln pennies. Regular circulated penny, 1 cent uncirculated, MS60 MS63, $5 to $30 MS64 red, $50 to $150 MS65 red, $200 to $500 MS66 red, $1,000 to $3,000 MS67 red, $5,000 to $15,000 MS68 red, top pop, $45,778 or more if it's the doubled ear variety. Even circulated examples can fetch hundreds. But the truly life-changing money comes from rare coins that are perfectly preserved and professionally graded. How to get your coin graded? If you think you've found a rare or valuable 1984 penny, don't clean it, and don't try to sell it raw. Instead, send it to a trusted coin grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. These companies will authenticate, grade, and encapsulate your coin in a tamper-proof holder. A high grade from them can skyrocket your coin's value. Most people handle pennies every day and never think twice. But as you've just learned, one simple 1984 no-mint mark penny could be worth over $45,000. And it might be sitting in a coin jar, cash register, or wallet right now. So the next time you get change from the store, take a closer look. Flip through your old penny rolls. Examine those coins that have been sitting in a drawer for years. Because one lucky moment, and one lucky penny, could make you thousands of dollars richer. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and fellow collectors, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a new video. Welcome back to the channel where small coins turn into big money. Today we're talking about a coin that could be sitting in your pocket, in a jar on your dresser, or lost in your couch cushions. It's the 1999 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, and yes, one of these coins has sold for an unbelievable $36,993 at auction. You heard that right. A regular-looking penny from 1999, with no mint mark, is worth more than a brand-new luxury car. So what makes this particular penny so valuable? How can you find one? And what should you look for to know if your 1999 penny is worth thousands? Stay tuned, because we're going to break down everything you need to know, from history to hidden details, value charts, grading, and how this coin went from 1 cent to over $36,000. Let's jump into the full story. In 1999, the United States Mint was getting ready for the new millennium. It was a year of transition, excitement, and rapid change. But amidst all the chaos, the Philadelphia Mint was quietly producing billions of Lincoln 1-cent coins. The 1999 Lincoln penny continued the design that had been in place since 1959. On the obverse side, we have the iconic bust of President Abraham Lincoln, originally sculpted by Victor David Brenner back in 1909. This portrait had now been on U.S. cents for 90 years. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which had been featured since the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth in 1959. The key thing to remember is that pennies minted in Philadelphia do not carry a mint mark. That means if your penny from 1999 has no mint mark under the date, it was struck in Philadelphia. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Philadelphia Mint struck a massive 5,237,600,000 pennies in 1999. That's over 5 billion coins. So how could one be worth tens of thousands? Let's find out. What makes the 1999 no-mint mark penny valuable? If over 5 billion 1999 no-mint mark pennies were made, why would any be valuable? It all comes down to three things. Condition: colorarity. At high grades, most 1999 pennies have been heavily circulated. You'll find them scratched, worn, and dull. But a few were saved right after minting and stored in ideal conditions, avoiding human contact, moisture, and air. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70. A coin graded MS68 red is almost flawless, with full original red copper luster and no visible marks. Out of billions minted, only a tiny handful of 1999 pennies have been certified by top grading companies like PCGS and NGC at MS68 red. And that's where the big money is. In one recorded auction, A 1999 no-mint mark Lincoln penny graded MS68 red by PCGS sold for an astonishing $36,993. It was a nearly perfect example, flawless in strike, color, and surface. Because of its condition and scarcity at that grade, collectors battled it out for the right to own this rare modern gem. Understanding the role of color and value. Another major factor in the coin's value is color designation. Copper coins are categorized by color: red, RD, original mint luster, bright copper appearance. Most valuable: red-brown, RB, partial fading, slightly toned; brown, BN, fully toned, aged appearance. Least valuable. To get the highest possible price, your coin needs to be graded MS68 red. Very few examples survive in this pristine, lustrous red condition. Errors and rare varieties in the 1999 penny. While most valuable 1999 pennies are prized for their perfect condition, some can also be worth a lot due to errors. Error coins are accidental misstrikes during the minting process and are highly collectible. Here are some 1999 penny errors that can raise the value. Wide AM reverse, one of the most famous and sought-after 1999 penny varieties. In a normal 1999 penny, the letters A and M in America are very close together. But in the wide AM variety, the letters are spaced farther apart, and this is a mistake. This error was caused when a reverse die meant for proof coins was accidentally used on regular business strikes. These wide AM 1999 pennies can sell for $500 to over $5,000, depending on condition. Off-center strike. If your penny design is shifted off-center, that can fetch $50 to $500 depending on how dramatic the error is. Double die obverse, DDO, look for doubling in the date or lettering. A strong double die from 1999 could be worth hundreds. Clipped planchet or die breaks. These minting issues can make your coin unique and collectible, with values ranging from $20 to $200 plus depending on severity. How to tell if your 1999 penny is valuable? Here's a checklist to determine whether your 1999 no-mint mark penny could be worth serious money. Check the date and mint mark. Make sure it says 1999 with no mint mark. That means it was minted in Philadelphia. Inspect the reverse for wide AM. Compare the spacing between the letters A and M in America. If there's a noticeable gap, it could be the wide AM variety. Look at the color. Is the penny bright red, reddish brown, or dark brown? Full red is best. Evaluate the condition. Any scratches, wear, or marks reduce value. Use a magnifying glass to check. Search for errors. Look closely for off-center strikes, doubling, or unusual features. Send for grading. If you think your coin is in excellent shape, send it to a top grading service like PCGS or NGC. Only professionally graded coins will sell for thousands. Current market value of the 1999 no-mint mark penny. Here's what your 1999 penny might be worth based on its condition and features. Circulated brown, 1 to 2 cents. Uncirculated red-brown, MS60 MS63, $2 to $10 MS64 to MS66 red, $20 to $200 MS67 red, $500 to $1, 500 MS68 red, $10,000 to $36,993 plus, extremely rare, wide AM variety in MS condition, $500 to $5,000 plus. Keep in mind, coin values can rise over time depending on demand, collector trends, and available examples. Some coins hidden in collections today may become tomorrow's record-breaking sales. How to search for these pennies? If you want to find one of these rare 1999 no-mint mark pennies, here are some tips. Search your pocket change daily. Look through coin rolls from the bank. Check old coin jars or collections at home. Buy unsearched rolls online, but only from trusted sellers. Use a loupe or magnifying glass to spot details like the wide AM and doubling. Store valuable finds properly in coin flips or holders. To preserve condition, the 1999 no-mint mark Lincoln penny might look plain. It might seem ordinary. But that's the beauty of coin collecting. Sometimes the most common-looking coin can hide incredible value. Whether it's a mint error, a rare variety like the wide AM, or a pristine MS68 red example, your 1999 penny could be worth more than $36,000. All it takes is a sharp eye, some patience, and a little bit of luck. So the next time you're about to toss a penny into a tip jar or ignore one on the ground, think again. That little coin might be the key to a life-changing payday. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We've got more amazing coin stories coming your way every week. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy coin hunting! Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures hiding in your pocket change. Today, we're going to explore one of the most surprising and valuable pennies in modern coinage, the 2004 Lincoln 1-cent penny. Believe it or not, this tiny copper-plated zinc coin minted just a couple decades ago has reached a jaw-dropping value of $6,993 in the collector's market. You heard that right. A coin worth just 1 cent could potentially be worth thousands of dollars. So grab your coin jars, take a seat, and let's dive into the full story behind the 2004 penny, why it's so valuable, and how you can find one yourself. Let's begin with some history. In 2004, the Lincoln cent was still going strong with the classic memorial reverse design that had been used since 1959. On the front or obverse of the coin, we have the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This same design has appeared on U.S. pennies since 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. On the back or reverse of the penny, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo. This image was used until 2008, after which the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln bicentennial designs in 2009, and then the Union Shield starting in 2010. The 2004 penny was minted at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small letter D beneath the date. In that year alone, the Denver Mint struck over 3.4 billion pennies, to be exact, 3,456,400,000 coins. With a mintage number that high, most people assume this penny is incredibly common, and they're right. Most 2004 pennies are still only worth face value, but the story doesn't end there. While the vast majority of these coins are worth just 1 cent, a few special examples are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. One such coin sold for an unbelievable $6,993 at auction, and today, we're going to tell you exactly why. What makes the 2004 penny so valuable? The most important factor that determines the value of a 2004 penny is its condition. Coin collectors grade coins using the Sheldon scale, which goes from 1 to 70. The closer a coin is to MS 70, which means mint state, or uncirculated, the more valuable it becomes. The penny that sold for $6,993 was graded MS 69 red by a top grading service. That's just 1 point away from perfection. Most coins, even fresh from a bank roll, have tiny marks or nicks that disqualify them from receiving such a high grade. Finding a 2004 penny in MS 69 red condition is incredibly rare. In fact, there are only a handful of known examples in the world. But what does red mean when grading pennies? It refers to the original color of the copper plating. Pennies are made of zinc with a thin layer of copper, and over time, they change color to brown or reddish brown. Coins that have retained their bright, mint red color are more desirable and command higher prices. So, when a coin is both in near perfect condition and has its original red luster, it becomes a top-tier collectible. And that's how a 2004 penny reached a value of nearly $7,000. Valuable error varieties of the 2004 penny in addition to high-grade examples. Some 2004 pennies are valuable due to mint errors. These mistakes during the minting process can make a coin rare and collectible. Here are some 2004 penny errors to look out for. Off-center strikes. If the design is struck off-center, the coin can be worth anywhere from $50 to $300, depending on how dramatic the error is. Die cracks or cuds. These appear as raised lines or blobs of extra metal caused by a cracked die. Depending on the severity and location, these errors can be worth $10 to $150. Repunched mint mark, RPM. In some 2004 D pennies, the D mint mark appears to have been punched more than once. These varieties can fetch $50 to $200 struck through grease. If grease or debris interferes with the die when striking the coin, parts of the design may be missing or faded. These can be worth $25 to $100 or more depending on rarity. While not every era coin will be worth thousands, finding any of these mistakes in good condition can turn a 1-cent coin into a nice little payday. How to spot a rare 2004 D penny. If you're serious about coin collecting or just want to know if you're holding a valuable 2004 D penny, here's a quick checklist to follow. Check the date and mint mark. Make sure it's from 2004 and has the D for Denver. Examine the color. Is the coin still red and shiny, or has it turned brown? A bright red coin is more desirable. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, cracks, off-center strikes, or weird shapes around the mint mark. Evaluate the condition. Does the coin look perfect, or are there scratches, marks, or wear? The fewer blemishes, the better. Get it graded. If you think you've got a gem, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. This step is essential for top dollar value. Current market value of the 2004 D penny. Here's a breakdown of what 2004 D pennies are currently worth in today's coin market. Circulated condition: 1 to 3 cents uncirculated MS60 MS63 red, $2 to $10 MS64 MS66 red, $10 to $50 MS67 red, $100 to $300 MS68 red, $500 to $1, 500 MS69 red, up to $6,993, depending on auction demand and rarity. As of now, MS69 red 2004 D pennies are extremely rare. Their value is driven by low population numbers and intense interest from collectors aiming to complete high-grade Lincoln cent registries. Why you should check your pocket change. You never know what's sitting in your drawer, hiding in a jar, or quietly jingling in your wallet. The next time you get a penny and change, especially one from 2004, take a closer look. That ordinary-looking coin could be in pristine condition and worth more than your phone, your laptop, or even your rent. Remember, the most valuable coins aren't always the oldest. Even modern pennies from the 2000s can fetch thousands if they're in top condition. The key is knowing what to look for, and you're already ahead of the game by watching this video. The 2004 D Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how something small and overlooked can carry unexpected value. Whether it's a high-grade mint state coin or a unique error, this seemingly common penny can turn into a collector's dream. One such coin sold for $6,993, proving that sometimes it pays to look down at your change. So keep your eyes open, your coin jars full, and your mind curious. Your next big find could be just a penny away. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, please give it a like, share it with your fellow coin lovers, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing coin stories. Hit the bell icon so you never miss the latest updates on rare coins that could be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting and happy collecting!